there, my name is Lisa, and welcome back to your sacred space, your yoga practice, and my YouTube channel. I'm so happy to be joining you for this Astro Yoga flow. I've been thinking about this for a while and really wanting to incorporate more of my craft, my own personal practice when it comes to astrology, astronomy, and Tara, and meditation and yoga to create almost a modern mystic space for you guys. We are going to begin with the new moon in Aries and then dive on into the first quarter in Aries. Then we'll go into the full moon and then the last quarter. And so you'll be able to do these 4 videos through each zodiac. Really important to note is these just represent the theme. We don't necessarily have to do this around the time of the new moon in Aries. We don't have to do this, around a specific time of year, though you can always come back and that would be lovely. But this is really important to do in terms of the theme of what these stars and these constellations mean for you. So with that, I want to go ahead and dive on into our theme of new moon in Aries, which is intention setting and grounding on down. And currently right now, my kitten, Lalita, if it's your first time here, you'll probably see her pop in. But for those of you who have seen her before, she has come to steal the show and she's begging for treats currently. Cats are master manipulators, which also goes to kind of the idea of the moon or the divine feminine energy, which I also feel cats really represent. The moon, specifically the new moon, is a time for intention setting. And with the new moon in Aries, it brings about the theme of go-getting and allowing yourself to be bold when it comes to setting your intentions. But I also find, especially being in Aries, it's important to learn patience and softness and groundedness. So this is to not only help you be bold in setting your intentions, but also to allow you to release and understand that grounding into intention is just as important as being bold within your intention. So with that, let's go ahead and take a comfortable seated position. Sit up nice and tall. And why do we sit up nice and tall? Because we hear that a lot in yoga class, and it's like, but why? Why do we sit up nice and tall? Sitting up nice and tall not only allows you to feel a sense of groundedness, it puts all your organs in a healthy position, and it gives you maximum breathing benefit because you're creating space for your lungs and your diaphragm and your organs. So take a nice big deep inhale. And exhale, sigh out. And imagine you're at the base of your belly. You're just breathing on in. And your exhale, letting on go. Last big deep breath in. Exhale. And I invite you to think about your intention you wish for yourself for this day, for this month, this year, this week, this season. But intention setting is the ability to really embody what energy you wish to invite into your life. Really allow the practical magic or the magic to manifest and flow. And with that intention in mind, let us go ahead and keep the intention within the mind's eye and gently float the eyes open. For this practice, we're going to be focusing on the hips for grounding and core for fire and intention. So with that, let's go ahead and come on to the hands and knees. And here she comes. Oh, here she comes. And just like a cat, and she's scratching. Let's go ahead and mimic her energy. Ground down through the fingertips, round in the upper back. Chin comes towards the chest as you press the tops of the feet on down to the yoga mat. Taking a nice big deep breath in. And then exhale, slowly tilting the pelvis forward and down, sending the belly down towards the yoga mat and rolling the gaze forward and up. Opening up in your shoulders. Taking a nice big deep inhale, round in the tailbone, bring the tops of the feet to the floor, send the chin towards the chest, press into the fingertips, round. And then exhale, curl toes under, tilt pelvis forward and down, send the belly down towards the yoga mat, roll your gaze forward and up. And when you're ready, slowly come back to a nice neutral tabletop position, allowing the spine to be nice and long and in alignment. Go ahead, reach and kick the left foot on back. And we're going to lift the left foot on up as we open up the heart. And exhale, as we round, we send the knee towards the nose, rounding in the chest. And we just move at our own pace, inhaling, opening on up in the chest. And exhaling to round and breathe. And just allow yourself to, again, move at your own pace. And remembering that intention setting is a mixture of inviting energy in, but also moving towards that energy. We invite the energy in by just allowing ourselves to kind of breathe on into it. We're going to get into the hip openers for that. And then we're going to go for it. Be bold like an Aries with that core work. Last 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Breathing on in and exhaling on out. And from here, go ahead, press the left foot on back. Send the heel forward and back. Get into the toes. And then go ahead, can we step the left foot to the side? And then walk the fingertips all the way forward, bowing on down into the hips. And just breathe. Take a nice big deep inhale. And exhale. Last big deep breath in. And exhale, slowly walk the hands back on up. Go ahead, send the left knee on in. Let's take that into the opposite side. Go ahead, see if we can slide that left foot on back. Lift the left foot on up. And exhale, draw the knee towards the nose, round in the back. Inhale, reach the right foot up and over. And exhale. And a lot of people ask me in my classes, do I point the foot? Do I flex the foot? I like to floint the foot because I feel like it activates, but we're still spreading through the toes. Or you can point it if it feels better. You can flex it if it feels better. It's really up to you, but I like to floint. I feel like it gives me a nice spread in my toes. Continue at your own pace for about 6 more breath cycles. And as you are here, moving at your own pace, I'm going to distract you. So the new moon in Aries normally happens around March 20th to April 19th. It's around that time period where the sun is in Aries. And therefore the new moon kind of slips on into Aries, but every year it varies. Around this time we have Easter and new beginnings and rebirth. So what is being born into your life with this intention? What are you giving birth to? What's hatching? Last 2 breaths. Inhaling and exhale. Last big deep breath in and exhale. Great work. Go ahead, send the right foot on back, send the heel forward and back, forward and back. And then go ahead, see if you can send that right foot all the way out to the side. Let me move over so you can see my foot as much as possible. And then go ahead, we're going to walk the fingertips as far forward as possible and bow on down. And breathing on into the hips, take a nice big deep inhale and exhale. And slowly walk the fingertips or the hands back underneath the shoulders and send the right knee on back. Great work. Just go ahead and really to quickly stretch out the arms. Inhale the right arm on up And exhale, thread the left hand underneath, or I should say the right hand underneath the left side. But if you're doing the left side, that's all good. And then maybe we take a hold of the inside of the right thigh, if it's possible. And just breathe on into the shoulders. Take a nice big deep breath in and exhale. Last big deep inhale and exhale. Ground down through the fingertips and slowly reach the right hand on up and swim the right hand on down. Let's take that into the opposite side. So inhale the left arm on up and exhale, thread the left hand underneath the right side of the body, opening up in the chest. Ooh, I like to, again, as you can see, send my right fingertips just a little bit forward and kind of use my right hand to really open up in the shoulder. And just breathe on in. And if you can hear the gentle tinkling of the ice cream truck in the background, I don't know if you'll hear it once I'm done editing the video. But it's a great reminder to go back to the inner child. Aries is the first zodiac sign, and because it's the first, for whatever reason, due to Greek philosophy, it's also the baby. Pisces is the last and is the oldest. Aries is the first, so it's kind of the youngest. So we think about that inner child of yours. And is your intention honoring the child within you? Taking a nice big deep breath in. Exhale, press the right hand on down, sweep the left hand on up. And go ahead, swim that left hand on down. Ground down through the fingertips, curl toes under, press into the hands and feet, lift the hips up nice and high in your downward facing dog. And of course, begin to pedal out the legs, because you know I love a good leg pedal. So we're gonna mix a little bit of hip openers in with core, and that's my favorite thing to do. If you love hip openers but you can't stand core, this is a great contradiction yoga class for you. And it's a reminder that you're going to love some of the things about being bold and stepping into your intention, or grounding down into your intention and softening. And there's going to be things that you don't like patience and sometimes slowing down, or sometimes being brave. But bring your intention to your mind's eye. Find stillness in your downward facing dog, your Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a nice big deep breath in. And exhale, go ahead, slowly walk the feet towards the hands, coming into forward fold at the front of your yoga mat. Heel toe the feet as wide as the yoga mat. Turn the heels inward as the toes move outward. And from here, let me move my mic pack to make space, but can you bend on into the knees? Inhale. And exhale, straighten. Inhale to bend. And exhale to straighten. 2 more times. Inhale to bend. And exhale to straighten. I'm sure you can hear it maybe now, the twinkling. Last time. And exhale to straighten. Bend on into the left knee. Send the left hand on down and send the right hand on up. Taking a nice open twist here. Big deep inhale. And exhale, release. Bend on into the right knee. Ground down through the right fingertips. Sweep that left hand on up. This is really reminding me to really embrace my inner child in this practice. Big deep breath in. Exhale, release both hands on down. Heel toe the feet together. We're gonna play around with a chair pose, but this ice cream truck just inspired me to play around with a playful chair pose. So go ahead, inhale. See if you can send the hands up towards the ears. Make a scary face. Can you scare your fears and doubts away? So inhale, sweep the hands on up and and exhale to release. We'll do that 2 more times. Really get into your inner child, your fun, scariness, scare your fears away. Inhale, sweep the hands on up, bend on into the knees. Boom. And exhale, release, let it go. Just have fun with it. All right, last time, have a lot of fun. Inhale, bend the knees, breathing on in. Exhale. And release. Go ahead, bend on into the knees, sweep the fingertips forward and up, sit into your imaginary chair, melt the shoulders away from the ears, taking a nice big deep breath in. And exhale. Last big deep breath here. And exhale, release into your forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, reach the hands on up towards the ceiling. And exhale, bend on up and over to the left. Inhale back through center. Bend up and over to your right. Inhale back through center. Exhale, swim the hands on down, forward fold. Step the right foot to the inside of the right hand. Step the left foot on back and pivot the left foot on a 45-degree angle. As you can see on my yoga mat, there's a perfectly natural angle right there. You can move the feet hips distance apart. And go ahead, see if you can bring the arms up in warrior one. Adjust in any way you need to. Hips naturally fall in an angle in warrior one, and that's okay. If they're a little bit straighter, as you send the right hip back as the left hip moves forward, that's great, but it doesn't have to be. Make sure you ground down through the outside edge of your pinky toe of that back foot. Take a nice big deep inhale. And exhale, bring the hands to prayer thumbs. Connect to your intention, to your heart, honoring the inner child within you. Breathing in. And exhale. Inhale, reach the fingertips forward and up. Send the fingertips reaching on forward as you hug the inner thighs in towards one another. Exhale. Ground down through the right, or I should say ground down through both hands. Come up onto the ball of the left foot. Ground down through fingertips. Sweep the right foot up and over. Bend on into the right knee. And then see if you can send the right knee towards the elbow. Inhale, reach the right foot up and back. Right foot comes through center. Inhale, reach the right foot up and back. Exhale, right knee comes to left elbow. Inhale, reach the right foot up and back. Have fun with this one. See if we can transfer the weight into our left hand, roll onto the pinky toe side of our left foot. Ha! Like mom, no hands. Now, if you're like, this is hard, hell no. Bring the left knee on down and come into this position for me, or see if you can play with this one. Take a nice big deep breath in and exhale. Last big deep breath in. Exhale, go ahead, send the right hand on down, create a gateway with the arms, and then step your right foot in between. Take a hold of your right foot if you need to. Send the left foot as far back as possible. Inhale, sweep fingertips forward and up. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, send hips forward and down. Take a nice big deep breath in. And exhale. Last big deep inhale. And exhale. And slim that right, or both hands on down to frame the right foot. Go ahead, see if we can come on to all four corners of, or just kind of balance on all four corners of that right foot. And then see if we can lift. Now, if you fall, that's kind of the beauty of intention setting. I want us to set our intentions knowing that we're not always going to have perfect balance with our intentions. We're going to fall. And when we do, that's when the inner child comes and says, well, let me try again. We forget that when we were kids, we would fall all the time. And then we just kind of be like, I'm okay. You know, it would hurt, would suck. And then we kind of went back into it and continued to play. So find any arm position. For whatever reason, I want to interlace my fingers and send them behind me. So go ahead, play with whatever position feels good. Last big deep inhale. Exhale, go ahead. Release the hands to frame that right foot. Step the left foot on back. Sweep the right foot up and over. And then release it on down. Come on into plank pose. Take a nice big deep breath in. Exhale, knees come down. Heart slowly comes in between the hands. Inhale, slither into baby cobra. And then exhale, curl toes under, press up and back. Take a well-deserved child's pose. Now this is your time to ground on down. We're building up heat, but I also want this practice to be a bit more centering and relaxing. And can we go deeper with our practice if we're just used to using our practice to release any anxiety? Can we allow ourselves to release anything that doesn't serve us anymore from this new intention? To release any doubts and fears that may come along with new beginnings and new adventures. And when you're absolutely ready, take a nice big deep breath in. And exhale, ground down through the fingertips and slowly come back to Anjaneyasana. We'll do the same sequence, opposite side. So gaze between the hands and slowly begin to walk the feet towards the hands. Bring the feet hips distance apart. And go ahead, begin to bend and straighten, bend and straighten. Just at your own pace for 2 more breaths, inhaling and exhale. And just continuing to bend and straighten. Last big deep breath in and exhale. Now, if you wish, you can come into forward fold, but if you want a bit more of a deeper hip stretch, again, send the heels inward as the toes move outward, and see if we can come on into Malasana, so bending on in, hugging the inner thighs in towards one another as you inhale, lengthen from tailbone to crown of the head. Just ground on in, thinking of your intention. Big deep inhale and gentle exhale. Send the right hand on down. Can you sweep the left hand on up? Maybe you can release the left hand on down and sweep the right hand on up. And go ahead, release. And slowly come to rise all the way on up. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side and up towards the ceiling. Exhale, go ahead, swan dive all the way on down into forward fold. Bring the big toes together. Come to sit into your imaginary chair. Really see the toes so you can protect those knees. Sit back into the heels of the feet and sweep the fingertips forward and up. And remember that even though we're getting into the structure of the posture or the sequence now, we can still have fun. If you want to scare away anything that doesn't work for you, make a scary face, you can. Take a nice big deep breath in. And then exhale, whatever you want to do, and release it on down. Just have fun with it. We don't have to take ourselves so seriously in yoga. Step the right foot on back, pivot the right foot on down into a 45-degree angle. You can bring the feet hips distance apart. In this pose, that's what feels best for me. But just see, as you rise on up, what feels really, really good. And again, I like to move my feet hips distance apart because naturally, as you can see, my hips love to open. And that's okay. And that's a lot of people. Keep grounding down to the outside edge of your right foot as you bend on into the left knee. Take a nice big deep inhale. And exhale. See if you can really imagine your intention that you're planting as you send the hands to connect to the heart. And take a nice big deep inhale as you reach fingertips back. And exhale, reach that energy on forward. Transfer all the way into your left foot, and can you rise into your warrior 3. Challenging. Take your time coming on into it. If you fall, that is okay. New beginnings should also be brought, or I should say the energy of compassion should be brought to new beginnings. So if you fall, honor it and come back in. Your body will learn and get stronger from there. 2 more breaths. Inhale, focus on a spot in front of you that doesn't move. For a last big deep inhale, fight for it. And exhale, release. Go ahead, slowly come on in to your forward fold. Take a nice big deep inhale and exhale. Last big deep breath in and exhale. Great work. Step the right foot on back, ground down through the fingertips, and sweep the left foot up and over. Bend on into the left knee. You're doing great. Go ahead, see if you can send that left knee to the left elbow. And then inhale, reach it up and back. And then let's go ahead and send the left knee to center. And reach it up and back. And then send the left knee to the right elbow. Reach it up and back. Can we transfer the weight into the right hand? Come on to the pinky toe side of your right foot. And can we find a variation of Vashisthasana? You can always bring the feet together if that feels best. Or, of course, bring the right knee on down and come on in this way. But I feel expand, be bold. We don't celebrate ourselves enough. We're always afraid that we're going to sound too boastful. I invite you to take up as much space in this Vashisthasana as you can. Last big deep breath in and exhale. Woo. Slowly come back to plank. Can you help your left foot forward or step your left foot in between the hands? Release the right knee on down. The top of the right foot to the floor. Inhale, sweep fingertips forward and up, Anjaneyasana. Have fun with the sequence. Taking a nice big deep breath in and exhale. Setting the hips forward and down as you create a crescent shape from the right toes all the way up to the fingertips. Last big deep inhale, honoring the moon or the energy of the moon within you. And exhale, release the hands on down to frame the left foot. Curl right toes under, sweep the left foot up and back. And then step the left foot on down. Slowly come into plank or palakasana. Take a nice big deep inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Or belly, chest. Whatever feels best. Bring the tops of the feet to the floor. Inhale to rise into a baby cobra. And exhale, curl toes under, press up and back, take a child's pose. You're doing absolutely great. Our last move before we come on into our Savasana. Go ahead, see if you can sweep the legs in front and come to sit. We're going to play around with Navasana and Ardha Navasana. So Navasana. I like to see if I can just come up onto my tippy toes. And then my back is nice and long, and here I am. And then eventually, maybe I use my core to lift my toes up off the yoga mat and see if I can bring my ankles in alignment with my knees. Then maybe I can begin to straighten the legs, but keep the back nice and long. Honor the shaking. I know I'm shaking. Take a nice big deep inhale. And exhale, can you lower? Lower, lower, lower. And you're creating like this banana shape. I'm a banana. Do you guys remember bananas in pajamas? Bananas in pajamas. Hold with me. I guess I'm distracting you. Take a nice big deep inhale. All right, you're gonna hate me and love me for this. Hug the right knee on in. Bring the fingertips to the head. Send the left knee, or I should say right knee to the left elbow to the right knee. And then exhale, switch. Right elbow to left knee. I know. 2 more times. Inhale, right to left. Exhale, left to right. 1 more round. You can skip it. You can take a break, or you can challenge yourself. Be bold. Breathing in and exhale. And go ahead. Oh, release. Hug the knees on in. Laugh, giggle, curse me out. Give me a little bit of the middle finger if you need to. But you did it, and you should be proud. Take a nice big deep breath in and exhale. I say there's always a little bit of sadism in a yoga teacher, but like a sadism from a place of love, and masochism in a student that loves yoga. From here, let's get on into the hips a little bit more. See if we can bring or open the page or the knees like pages of a book. Interlace fingers. It's almost like we're in a reclined, feet coming in. I really don't know what this posture is, but I just feel like it feels so good. It's like a Baddha Konasana, but reclined. We're interlacing fingers, we're holding our feet, and we're using our elbows to gently guide the knees a little bit more open as we rock from side to side. Especially if you're beginning your cycle. For those of you who have a cycle, this feels really good on the lower back. You can let things go. And then maybe from here, we take a hold of the sides of the feet and we just send the feet up towards the ceiling and happy baby. You can always stay in the first position if that feels better for you. I know happy baby is a very vulnerable, opened position, but it does get right deep into the hips, into that beautiful sacral bowl or sacrum area. Feels very good. And maybe we rock from side to side and we come on into the inner child, the happy baby. We honor our intentions. We have fun with our intentions. We are patient with ourselves. Intention setting just doesn't have to be all doom and gloom. It can be, it can be fun. Take a nice big deep inhale. Maybe begin to straighten the legs as much as we can if it's possible for you today. If not, just it's all good. Stay in happy baby just for one more breath. And exhale, go ahead, bring the knees in. Oh, that should feel nice and delicious on the knees, or I should say the hips. Release the feet on down and sway the knees from side to side. You did absolutely lovely, my friends, and thank you for joining me for this Astro Yoga Flow class. Go ahead, release into Savasana, and take a moment to really let go. Take a moment to visualize your intention and use it like it's a seed that you're planting into the earth. Invite in the energy of new beginnings. Invite in the innocence and the eagerness to see what these new beginnings offer, releasing fear and doubt, knowing that you can't take it with you where you're going on your new chapter. And really allow the body to relax and let go, because your mind and body deserves even a moment of rest and enjoyment and relaxation. As you release tension from any space in the body, can you visualize yourself melting on in to the nourishment of your intention? You can stay here for as long as you wish. Or if you wish to just release and let go of your practice, if you're ready to move on, feel free to roll onto your side. And press on up to your comfortable seated position whenever you are ready. I thank you so much for practicing with me, beautiful yogi. May this Astro Yoga flow inspire you to really embrace the energy of the new moon in Aries, intention setting, being bold, as well as softening into the energy of your intention. I will see you next time for your next Astro Yoga flow. We'll continue in Aries, the element of Aries, for a while before I move on to Taurus. Have an amazing rest of your day, your night, your week, or weekend. See you next time. Namaste.